Vous savez jouer à CS. Maintenant, il faut rebondir, mais je sais que vous pouvez le faire.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Jacob. Okay, anyway, let's jump into this. This could be the last map of this series. It's going to be G2 taking on mousesports on Inferno with Anders and Moses.
Yeah, here we go. Let's get this game live. G2 on the CT side, mousesports on the T side. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, a second game of the day 3 here at Katowice. We're not even getting any time to intro anything. They're running through the fire. They want to fight at the B-bomb site, and they get the fight, and they absolutely shut down on approach to the bomb side. Now they're slowed down. More rotations are coming in. 3 men already defending. Amanek back here, and he's going to get a bullet to the face. The boost actually getting caught as well. Karrigan somehow finding a way back into the round. They should have lost it already. That was looking dreadful in the middle of that rush, but now maybe they could do it.
Yeah, well, now that everything's slowed down, there's no more smokes for G2 to block this off, and Rops, he's going to tap the bomb. He's trying to lure him out into the open. Karrigan spots one back in CT spawn. Rops is lucky he wasn't punished for that shoulder being exposed, and he's the only one fighting, and he's got the bomb, he's got the kill. Kenny S is up next. I don't know if he's going to try and stop this. 1 minute left. He wants to spam through, and the damage is not nearly enough, but Karrigan's out in the open.
He actually jumps back through the smoke. That was a smoke put up by the CT side, and they're kind of using it. Kenny lands another headshot, but escaping around the corner. He barely clears it. Otherwise, he would have been shot in the back, and the round would have been won already. He has a kit, and he's going to hold on it. He's just going to sit it through. One more second. Robs delays, and G2 win the pistol round here, starting off Inferno. Ice cold by Kenny.
That really is, but that's, again, another round they almost just threw away. They had a 2-man advantage. That boost up backfired. The second player goes down. Amanek couldn't get anything done inside the site. That's pretty tough. I mean, that could have been a very much simpler situation in a 5-on-3. But the initial defense is great. Molotov to slow things down, do some extra damage. Couple players blind with a flashbang. Everything was just fine for G2 in the end. 1-0.
Yeah, they're happy about that. AK is picked up, though. There was a bomb plant. I'm sure that won't catch G2 off guard in any way. A limited amount of grenades for the T side, so probably not going to be any huge kind of a fake going on. Rob's jumping up, and there's a lot of people on the other side of those paper-thin walls, so let's see what happens. Kenny? Oh, he had the right aim there, Robs, but Kenny was so quick on the trigger.
That's an AK-47 they can salvage. They can pick up off the ground. Double peek towards Banana. Chris J's lucky to be alive. And, isolated because of the Molotov. Again, the flames over at the B bomb site are just perfect. Frozen and Walksik cannot help out Karrigan.
It's good news that that grenade actually went down next to the orange box and not on top of it. Amanek would have probably been taking much more than just a little bit of damage there. Well, they're shifting back towards middle. Good setup here with Jax inside of the pit. He's got a smoke and a mod on an HE. He could probably buy a little bit of time if he wants to. Still 45 seconds on the clock. This defense is looking pretty good for G2 here, in spite of, you know, a bit of damage early on and maybe a little bit of shuffling around up in the apartments. They should be able to hold this without too much trouble.
Well, a lot of smoke in their face. Jack's trying to peer up over top of it, waiting for his moment. Kenny S inside the site. He's going to have to stay alive. Jax still biding his time. Kenny's got the first kill. That's huge. That allows Jax to get put into play, and Kenny can just try and stay alive. He can delay things. Hunter falls, and Frozen now with the double. Kenny, it's all on you, and Frozen with 3 kills. Somehow this is turned completely on its head. Bomb being planted at 2-on-2, and G2 has such a disadvantage. They don't know where anyone is.
We didn't get to call Frozen's name nearly enough, but he's giving it a chance here. Long range, and he cans a 3rd kill. I can't believe it. They, again, should not be anywhere close to it. Amanek could he save them? He's got the UMP, and he's coming in from those apartments. He's got a little bit of an element of surprise. They know that he was at B early on, so they probably not expecting him to be this far up already, but any kind of a jump down, that's going to make noise. Now they definitely know Walksik, he's got the right idea. A little bit of a pre-fire, and they win it. What was that, 2 versus 4 or 5?
Yeah.
They turn it.
That should never happen. Frozen, 3 kills on the entry into that bomb site. The 4th to really put a dagger in that retake. That's unbelievable. Kenny delivered here in pretty much every single way. I mean, Frozen does a phenomenal job, obviously. A little bit of luck through the smoke. He obviously knew the position, but that's going to be a round that G2 looks back on, and especially after the heartbreaking fashion of losing Dust 2. That's painful to drop that, not be able to convert the second round.
I have so many questions about how they even on the replay, I guess that shot through the smoke especially is, I guess that's where they sort of lose control without even realizing. Flashbang, but because he's so close to the wall, Chris, it doesn't really do that much to him. So they get the instant return. I still think that's a fair play for G2 to try and set that up.
Oh, absolutely. Jax is actually rotating to the B bomb site as well. Gamble stack, and it's the incorrect one. Kerrigan has outcalled them here on this third round.
I mean, I think you brought this up during Dust too, how G2 have rounds like these, and we were talking about this when Mad Lions were playing earlier.
Yeah.
And it's just, it does make the game very exciting when you see teams with leads that they end up not actually being able to convert into victories, but that can't keep going. You know, you want to go deep into this tournament, those have to be ironed out.
Yeah, and it's not super worrying the way I was from Mad Lions, because I think G2 kind of, G2 3 months ago is where like Mad Lions is now. I feel like G2 is kind of overcoming them more often and more that we see, and I mean definitely at this event they've looked spectacular. So obviously there's still some things left to work on, but it's not happening nearly as frequently as it used to.
I would agree.
That's just a lead that that one just hurts. They had such an advantage.
Bomb plant with how much trouble here? Deagles and some smoke saved, which is fine. You're going to be using them next round, or you could be anyway. But a second round now on the board for mousesports on Inferno. That first map, if for whatever reason you were just missing it, you just got home from work maybe, you couldn't see the game, you should go back and watch that Dust 2 game, because it was very strange. A lot of weird things happening.
Yeah,
hard to really explain.
Two very one-sided halves. 12-3 for mousesports in the first half on Dust 2, and I believe it was like 13-1 for 12-3 for G2 in the first half, and then 13-1 for mousesports in the second half. So they end up winning it.
Yeah,
pretty handily. Either way, Dust 2 is Inferno is a new map. Smoke's picked up by the defense to try and delay, but outside of the deagles from the previous round, not a whole lot to work with. And with mousesports being this aggressive this early in the round, it's going to be very difficult to keep your nerve and hold on to those smokes as long as you'd like. I
agree. Playing with right in the eyes, just throwing it at him. They still don't check the corner. And that's a nice crossfire there. The USP finally falls. They do more with the deagle, trying to hide inside of the smoke there. Taking a lot of damage. Just clearing the arch corner, which doesn't really even make any sense. I don't know.
Yeah, ignoring the most basic spot, walking into the most obvious crossfire.
Do flashbangs not make the same collision sounds that smokes do if you hit people with them? Did they not hear it?
I think they do.
That's some trivia that I'm not up to.
That'll be on the next trivia show we do.
Yes.
Amanek's gonna go down. A little bit of utility used to get into the bomb site. Smoke down towards CT spawn, and Nexa has an AK-47. So for him, no reason to get anywhere near the B bomb site. Just save the AK. You have the armor as well. It's a lot of money you don't have to spend in the next round.
Yeah, he's probably thinking to himself anyway that just one good long-range shot. Maybe they're just not ready. I find a kill, and I'm the hero. I would say it's risky. I agree. I'll take your point. Oh, this gun barrel must have been showing.
Well, he's going to feel sick.
Either that, Walk6 is a genius.
I just went for the spam, sees the blood. Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, that's the risk. I don't really know what the payoff is.
Can we find Walk6's point of view? Is it possible?
I don't know what the payoff is for Nexa, even if that goes exactly the way he envisioned it. Where you get, like, 2 exit kills?
Yeah. I don't know either. I can't tell you. It's the whole risk versus reward thing. Didn't seem like there was a lot on the reward side of that calculus, but we'll see. Okay. Even zoomed in, I can't see anything at that range. So, fair play. 3-1.
One more thing that Walk6 has over you, not just the sensitivity.
He can.
You mentioned it. So there were a couple factors. We found the second one.
He can see really well. That probably helps.
All right, here we go. 1 kit on Almanac. No AWP yet for Kenny on defense. Almanac and Nexa to defend at top banana. Here's the standard utility dump. Good nade damage on a Chris J, but there's a lot of players from mousesports here.
They'll take the grenade damage and actually just walk through the smoke. Okay, fair play. They keep pushing. There's no delay on this. He's not ready for it inside. That UMP, the Molotov just goes down, but that's the B defense wiped out. Man, that was so snappy, wasn't it?
Oh, that's going to be so frustrating if you're Amanek.
Look at Robs. He's holding this second mid into middle. Could have probably lined up at least one kill, but now they have a really good shot. There is still a Molotov and a smoke lift on Chris and Woxic here, so they could buy some time. That's going to be one of them. Frozen peeks into Nexa and luckily wins that fight. Otherwise, I think the retake would have been on 100%.
Chris can throw a flash. Chris can throw a flash for Woxic. Woxic, is he going to peek with it? This one flash coming out could be huge. Here it comes. Woxic turns. He turns the corner. They're dodging it, but it looks like they want to save. Now they're going to be forced to go for it. There should be a kit somewhere in the site.
That bomb is already quite low on time. They need to go quick here. Frozen seems to have come alive since Dust 2, where he wasn't doing nearly as much as now. And yeah, they have to back on out. Kenny and Jax just on the run. What a chaotic round.
Yeah, here's me going back to my PR job of turning a negative into a positive, is at least all 5 players from mousesports go down. That kind of a late attempted retake from G2 pins the rest of the mousesports players close to the bomb blast. So at least you're forcing them to rebuy into the economy, but they do have just so much money. This is why I was just sitting there like, I can't believe these guys are just nonchalantly walking through that smoke like it's no big deal, and then they pick up the pace. That is so sick. What a nasty timing. Amanek was fortunate even just to get that first kill.
That was certainly very interesting, wasn't it? It's like watching Chopper play the game once again.
Ooh.
And it's gonna cause us to make some strange sounds. Woxic just quick, crouching into the angle, getting the immediate shot with the AWP. And that leaves Jax alone on quad side over at the A-bomb side. They don't know that yet. It seems like they kind of want to go for it. The smoke is down. Are they crazy enough to do it again? They're walking right through, catching Amanek, and inside of the bombs like Nexa with a deagle. He needs a headshot right now, and that's just not going to happen. Still some trading going on, but once again, mousesports are they're just bullying their way into the bomb site. They're so aggressive with doing it.
They have at least this is Kerrigan. He's got to find another one. They just have such a good one-track mind. Like whenever they're all fighting, like whenever one person is fighting, they all are. The trades are spectacular for mousesports. There's no hesitation. No one is second-guessing when they should be fighting and when they should be hiding. And this is, I mean, that's kind of a level they're hitting. Obviously, the confidence of what they went to 5 straight finals. Like that's gonna help.
It will probably help, yeah. Rob's catching Jax. I thought he was going to make it down, but he didn't. Look at it, he's just so relaxed.
He's just chilling.
Give him one of those office CEO chairs and just let him lounge for a bit back there. 5-1. They're playing, they've essentially, I think what they've done is they've sat down and they've looked at how Na'Vi played. They said, let's play the opposite of that.
Back to Na'Vi.
It's not so bad. I'm exaggerating, guys. It's just a joke, you know.
I bet they look great versus Nip today.
I don't know.
I mean, they crushed them.
Oh, well, I don't know. I was honestly so focused on these games. I haven't even checked the results yet. So,
spoilers.
Spoilers. That's fine. I can take it. I did pick them to win because, again, I said they were going to win the major. That's part of the reason why I'm so mad, Jason. In case anyone hasn't found out yet.
Yeah, you've got a couple silly ones in back-to-back majors. That might be our last time around. Na'Vi here.
I still say they won people's hearts in the last major, in my view.
Okay. Yeah. Who's the PR? Who's the spin agent now?
5-1.
Kenny S has an AWP on the CT side. Run boost. Here we go. And he just, I don't think he wants to go back for it, but he does, and he just misses. That's a quick jump across.
That wasn't even just a run boost. He had rocket shoes on or something. How he was actually flying lightning fast. I think it was so fast he wasn't even really prepared for it. It's like if you were being run boosted by snacks throwing you.
Pasha.
Yeah. It's like, please.
Throws you right into the wall. Slow pace default for mousesports. I mean, we've seen some pretty wild, aggressive contact plays up Banana the last few rounds. This time it's tempered. This time Frozen sits back. 3 players to defend B, though, for G2. Nexa, Kenny S, and Amanek all here. And yeah, now's about the time you have to go start trying to make some kind of a play. You cannot keep 3 players here forever. You need to get some information. And I'm sure they'd love to at least post Kenny S up at the car so they could rotate 2 rifles back, but I think they messed up their utility. And this certainly is going to be a fake that Kerrigan's calling.
Now, is it actually going to work? Kerrigan goes down to Kenny, so that's I mean, that's a good start for the defense, but they still might not have enough. I mean, Nexa is kind of close by Arch, but if they don't actually defend the bomb site, it's not going to be close enough. They'll still get the bomb plant down very, very quickly. And look how close mousesports are allowed to get. They're all the way at the haycart. They're peering into the bomb site, and nobody knows yet. The flashbang setting it up, and Chris, he couldn't see a single thing there. Jackson Hunter still fall to Robson. Again, in spite of everything, in spite of the early kill, they have all of the advantage here. The bomb is about to go down, looking over the box with that AK-47. And he's lucky to be alive, Nexa. That could have been the end of him. Now, Frozen and Woxic are standing. Oh! Whoa! He takes him down over the barrel. Does he peek it? He does! Dropping Kenny! And nearly the follow-up. He could have had all three. Frozen, can he save them? Can he get that 6th round? Aminek doesn't know, and he's going to save it for the French instead. A 2nd round on the board, but what a godlike play from Woxic.
That is so dirty that he's able to do that, and you could see even Coach is just tapping Kenny S on the shoulder and saying, shake it off, don't worry about it. That is some impressive quick shooting, and you could feel him building. I thought he was going to get that 3rd. It's just so impressive for mousesports. Chris J.
That's a team flash, right?
Yeah, Chris J has a 1 round, and it's incredible that he's leading in. If he's not flying there, he wins straight up.
I think the shot went right under his arm. I think you even see like the spark of it there, like on that replay. Wow.
Yeah, and this is what's so scary is mousesports playing so well together at the moment that even when they're losing the initial play, they have guys that are just doubling you up and coming right back into it.
And, you know, again, we've got to say, there's some cool grenades coming over to actually blow up the balcony. And Chris continues, probably thinking they would have relocated or were in the midst of relocating. But just to point out, that's a round that G2 win, but it takes almost everything. They lose 4 rifles in trying to do that, so that does suck a little bit.
Mousesports have to be a little bit careful about how they're approaching some of these rounds, I will say. That's 2 rounds in a row now that Kenny S has just had the opportunity. First, Chris J. Last time, it was Kenny S, or I mean, excuse me, it was Kerrigan over towards the B bomb site that's just walking around a corner right into his crosshair. So they have to be, I think they're going to have to start being a little bit more cognizant of the fact that that AWP in Kenny's hands can be positioned on the map and just trying to flash him off angles, because they haven't really started doing that just yet.
Smoke towards Arch, or a little pit there. Nexa, excellent position. Kerrigan completely caught walking through that. And now the defense looks to be functioning a little bit better. Frozen will get at least 1 kill there and trying to run through, but yeah, there was a gap. And Kenny will take full advantage. Woxic, 1 versus 4, and he's got to start somewhere. Might as well go for it there. Nice triple for Kenny. And you're right, he's had some good shots. He's actually leading the scoreboard now at 9-4. So I think that's a reasonable point. I guess mousesports have not just been trying to walk around corners, but they've been walking through smokes and everything else.
Yes.
So maybe it's time to change that.
It's been a little bit of a gimmicky game for them so far with a few things that we've seen, and that's not, I'm not saying that as a criticism or a bad thing, but at a certain point, time to go back to some more of the fundamentals. We'll see. I like this buy as well. Yeah, they have 2 players, Chris J and Woxic, on the upgraded pistols, on CZs. However, they have to know the economy is in a really tenuous position. Oh, good aggression from Hunter. Spotted out Kerrigan. That's 3 rounds straight that G2's had the opening kill.
Yeah, very well done. And because Hunter's there on the crossfire, it allows Kenny to stick around. Normally, with the AWP, you don't really want to be holding that angle forever. Aminek, no point in being aggressive here. Just, yeah, listen, spot them out if you can, smoke it off and try and fall back. And
I think they go through this.
respected.
Oh, I was going to say, I think they go through it. They don't have a whole lot of utility. Chris J's gone through it, not expecting the boost. Easy kill, easiest kill that Aminek will likely have all map.
Now, if they come through it, it's a different kind of beast waiting on the other side.
Problem is, there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
You have no more utility at all. You know mousesports knows you're here, all 3 of you. So Rob's going to hold.
Did you see it?
Not yet. Someone's burning. Aminek down very low. Rob's being patient. The smoke clears. Rops has found 2. They know Aminek is in this site, and Rops with another one. He's put himself in a decent position to win this. 1 versus 2, but he needs to find the bomb.
Yeah, it's actually right there. Finally, he picks it up. Fakes it a single time. Might peek right into the AWP. He's still alive.
Even Kenny didn't expect that.
No. Like, okay. So they don't have a lot of grenades really on either side. Some flashbangs could make Rob's life very tricky, but there is a way that he could do this, and that would be soul-crushing for G2. Let's see. He set it up here with the AK-47. They are right around the corner. He'll see the shadow on the ground. Oh, and he peeks right into Kenny. Nice, quick shot, denying the potential ace clutch there, which would have been very, very cool. It's another round for G2, and they're building their way in the game. Third round in a row, they win.
Mousesports could buy again. I think they're at least going to go for a half buy. Robson's at 4,500, but again, I mean, that's 3 players taken away. Money still not good. All depends. We'll see how much Kerrigan wants to keep the economic pressure on. This is a great sequence from Robson. You know what? Shout out to Amanek getting that 1 kill onto Woxic before he goes down. He had like 10 HP.
Yep.
No one would have blamed him. No one would have even really noticed if he just went down without getting 1 more kill. But that extra one, changes the entire dynamic. A 1 versus 2 instead of a 2 versus 2.
It really does. Some of these walk-through smoke type moments just makes me really curious. It is like watching Vegas Squadron try and play the game. I know Kerrigan used to hate playing against them for that reason. It was one of his weaknesses was
he really did
having to deal with that. He was complaining about it many times, I've heard. So maybe it's just like, you know what? I remember how annoying that was. What if we did it to someone else? But again, it has an expiration date. Because eventually they're going to pay attention, right?
Yeah, what's the expiration date, though? 6 finals in a row?
No, well, I don't know if they'll be doing all all of those. You're right.
No, I'm just making a joke.
Kerrigan trying for the flick there. Oh! Out of this world! That is absolutely impossible! Kenny, Jackson, Hunter scrambling just to try and get to the scene of the crime to discover what just happened. He finally gets put out, but...
That's so stupid.
Bomb is still in T-spawn. No one even knew that was happening.
Oh, have you ever seen anything like it? And this is... How do you get back into this? Hunter turns the corner. Big kill. Jax has 1 as well. Oh, man, if they lose track of this after that kind of a show from Kerrigan, that would just be crushing. Chance to get the bomb planted. Now it's in the B bomb site.
Don't even care if they win this round or not. I was just here to see it when it happened.
Yeah.
So
where were you?
Oh my god. Frozen and Rob's left. They picked up that AWP. Frozen, nice position, but Hunter's still able to flick somehow. So quick. They have a smoke, so that could make that a little bit less useful. But we'll see. He's hiding behind the pillar, kind of out in the open. Hunter is seconds away from seeing him, and I don't think he'd get out. He needed that kill right away. One giggle shot of the reload, and Hunter will track him down. Good triple. They save the round and turn it into 5-5 here early on in the half, but don't even know. I don't have words to explain what just happened.
We've seen some nasty Deagle clips already. 3 days of Katowice. Nexa had that ace earlier. This is freakishly disgusting. He's blind.
You could go on a server with your friends and try and set that up to make your own frag movie, and you would spend all day, just all day trying to make it perfect.
Spend all week.
Yeah, like one of those bottle flip type thing. You know, people have tried it 500 times before they put the clip on the internet. That's what that would be like.
Holy hell! All right, everybody, calm down. All tied up, 5-5. Banana control coming out for mousesports. Frozen and Kerrigan to attack. And Amanek's going to give that up. Good nade damage from Amanek.
Has another grenade. He's just put it out.
Ooh.
Right on top. That's a lot of grenade damage.
A lot of really good chip damage. You got to give Nexa and Amanek some props. They've been dealing with a lot towards that B bomb site in this game. 4 rounds in a row now for G2. 3 of them have been bomb defusals as well. There's been some retakes. They've really had to struggle to get this streak under their belts.
Yeah. The most they've survived with in those 4 rounds has been 4, and then it's been 1, 1, and 2. So they've been allowed to save a lot, build no economy, everything has been a struggle. Pretty good counter flash to try and make things annoying for mousesports. They still go for it. They've left Frozen outside. I think probably hoping that when they take mid, someone will push up to try and reclaim top banana, which is that's a fair call. But actually, they just wrap through the smoke once again. Trying to get around Arch in towards Library. This is very aggressive. They really want someone to peek top banana, I think. They're not getting it.
Oh, ooh, Hunter just dinks Kenny and his teammate. Hunter is so nervous. He's got his head on a swivel.
Amanek up here. Frozen has to solve this first part of the puzzle. Now backup is being called for, and they need to go right now. Every second there's going to be more defense coming. Amanek just buying time, not showing himself, and he's going to get the kill on Woxic. 7 seconds left, no chance at all. A good defense, surviving with 4 people. Amanek with a triple, and G2 are in the lead now, 6-5.
Hunter still cracks me up. So much stress. I can't believe he shot Kenny in the head, and then he turned around and shot his other teammate in the back.
Rob's just, you know, fully wired.
Get him. Get him. It's like the bats. They're everywhere. 6-5. Fear and Loathing in Katowice.
Now, there is the concept. Rob's going to be flashing pretty much his entire team in a single flashbang, grenades going deep, and Kerrigan, Molotov, finally stops. I was wondering, how much does he have to run into before he puts an end to it?
It's pretty impressive how much mousesports has trained G2 to just dump everything so early in Banana. Just like nades, Molotovs, flashbangs, whatever it takes to stop the footsteps. G2 just doesn't want to deal with it.
It's hard to blame them, considering what they've been through.
Well, it's just the fact that they don't know what's coming, right? They've seen contact plays through smoke, they've seen some set pieces, they've seen blind deagle shots. They're just done dealing with it all.
Oh, they have very little to work with. No Molotovs. Are they going to be flashbangs? They're going to be running right now. Amanek smoked off. Can't really do a lot. Oh, he actually will sneak through the smoke to take down Frozen. That's, again, a phenomenal defense with a big chance there that they immediately lose the sight. I'm very impressed with Amanek pushing through that smoke. That is so well done.
Rops needs to make something happen. I think they're going to try and turn this into a fake, but if he doesn't get any kills, which he has not, it won't work. He needed him to take out Nexa to at least keep such big rotations at the B bomb site. Jax is going to be here. Hunter's going to be involved as well, and Jax hears the footsteps in halls. It's Woxic coming up mid, but actually Jax is looking at the direction. That's an easy entry. Into the bomb site we go. Chris J is in pit. He's gotten there relative safety, but now he's got to escape. Kenny S stops the bomb, and Hunter stops Chris. G2 now on a 6-round run.
Yeah, you have to admire their persistence. Again, so many of these rounds were so close, but the last couple of them, they've come out with a lot of money to build something behind. And we're also nearing the end of the half. So some strength here on the G2 side, which, again, they lost that first map in a truly heartbreaking fashion. So
you have to say, though, mousesports at 5 already isn't bad. They've got 3 chances, 1 more round, and I mean 6 rounds in your T set of Inferno is great. You'll take that all day long, especially considering they lost the pistol. Good opening kills for Hunter and Kenny S. 5 on 3. I mean, that actually just kind of made me think. I mean, G2's had a really good CT side, and if it wasn't for losing that 5 on 2 earlier in this half, this could be even more dominant.
It could, yeah. You're definitely right. So that's something to think about. And mousesports have played a style that I just don't normally associate with their team right now. Which is not to say that I don't like it or anything. It's just maybe that's also part of what started catching G2 off guard in this first half. It's just this isn't what we were really expecting.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's a style that they've come out with specifically for something they noticed in researching G2. Either way, I mean G2 adapted pretty quickly. Took them as a 5 rounds straight for mousesports, and then G2's just taking the reins right back into their control. So eventually, once they started getting a little bit more utility, and that's kind of what we normally see against teams that play like a very heavy contact style or come through smoke styles. Once you start getting the nades, the Molotovs, you string 2 rounds together where you have 3 players surviving. That's when you can start really putting a stop to some of these things that your opponent is doing.
Hunter flashing his teammates in. Amanek going to be pushing forward. No, actually, they did put out all the flashbangs. I guess the Molotov just kind of canceled that attempted take. Kenny will take down Chris. That's, again, a good opening for Kenny with that AWP. It's so valuable. Having those, like, what is that, 3 or 4 rounds where Kenny is the one to find an opening? Out of the 15 you're going to play in this first half, that's magnificent. I think it's 4.
Yeah, Kenny S is 4-0 in opening duels.
Incredibly well done. He's also top of the scoreboard with 14 and 5.
It's quite nice. Kerrigan's going to find an opening into the B bomb site, but Nexa and Kenny S playing passively on retake. 4 on 4. Nexa, there's an off angle for you, but now the utility comes in. You missed your chance. You're blind, but Kenny S bails you out. He's delivering on all fronts, and actually he's even blocking Nexa, saying, keep fighting. I'll be here for you.
And now that smoke is gone, so they had to sort of get more done while that smoke is still up. Robs is all the way back out here. I guess he's just trying to throw a little bit of a grenade in there, smoking it to try and block that AWP. Now, is Kenny going to be sneaky enough to try and get a blind shot through? He certainly... Oh, and he will! On Kerrigan. The smoke did nothing at all. That is so dirty. Now it's Frozen and Robs. 2 versus 3. And a quick headshot. You've got to give him that. Frozen has been playing pretty good this game as well. The Molotov to try and buy even more time, but that's a flashbang going on. Over construction. Frozen drops. Now Rob's in a 1 versus 1. And Kenny, he tries to shoulder peek it out. Kenny on the other side, and it's a quad kill to save G2 and get that 9th round on the board. Man, this is Kenny's map right now. 17-5.
Rob's trying to toy with him a little bit. He's trying to get cute, trying to bait out a shot, go for the peek after that. Did not want to play for the post plant. Probably because, I mean, here's one of those small things that could affect your decision making. Bomb not planted in the default spot. It's planted at first oranges. So if he goes all the way back to banana, that's kind of a hard angle to swing and stop. You give the op a bit more of an advantage in that kind of a fight.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right.
So understandable, Rops wanted to stick around. And Kenny just, as you mentioned, his map. This is him delivering.
Oh, this is the opening that we didn't see. Chris trying to cross that bridge.
Playing very well. Shot through the smoke as well. And I mean, think of it this way too. Woxic was the dominant force for mousesports on Dust 2.
Yeah.
Kenny S now just returning the favor.
It's so good to see, isn't it? 9-5. Round number 15. We'll be rolling in. mousesports have had quite a few buys, in spite of having lost this. But I guess that's the round loss bonus. They've had so many bomb plants, right? They've had half the rounds that they've lost here in the 8-round streak have been bomb plants. So that's actually a lot of money to work with. Jack's nearly lining up for a double. Has done plenty for Hunter to follow up where he left off. And the spray, oh, he transfers it over. That's a triple kill right there. And Rob's now in a 1 versus 3. And he's about to be flanked. Next coming in 10-5 in the first half in favor of G2. That's very solid, recovering nicely.
Yeah, that's a spectacular recovery. You can't really put it any other way. 9 rounds in a row to end that half. G2, some problems in the defense early, but they fixed them quick. We'll see what they've got on offense after the break.
Some slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energies.
We've got a crazy game coming your way. 10-5 in the first half, and Kenny and Woxic have been two of the names we've been talking about a lot, and they're both playing really well. But right now, Kenny is way outshining Woxic on Inferno, and I guess that's part of the reason why they're up 10-5 G2 here. Kenny overall, as you saw, 17-5. That's such a ridiculous scoreline. Jason, we could have map 3 if this keeps going. We really could.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I wouldn't even mind that in any way. I think the coolest thing about Kenny is that he only had 2 sniper purchases in that whole half. He kept onto that. He kept hold of that AWP as well. So I mean, it's pretty cost effective when you think of it in that way. Yeah. I would have liked to have seen, to be honest, Kenny S's opping effort here on Inferno, and then compared to Woxic's opping effort on Dust 2.
True. Yeah. Yeah, that might make it a more fair kind of situation.
I mean, those two guys are just lighting up the series at the moment, so this has been phenomenal. The tough part for Kenny S is opping on the T side. I mean, he's going to be well-versed and well-experienced in all of its trials and tribulations. We'll see if he can deliver.
Oh,
all 5 towards B bomb site. It's only
Robs is alone. Yeah, USP against everybody. Flashbang to make it even more tricky, and that was too much for Robs to handle. It's hard to blame the guy. They're not even really going for it. They're just jumping up in apartments and saying, you know what, that's it. Robs, you let the team down.
I think this is just a full-blown gamble from mousesports. They're just running off.
Well,
because here's, well, you know,
there's a case to be made that pistol rounds are kind of like that sometimes.
Kind of a roll of the dice. Well, also, there's a case to be made, you know, you're this out position just due to the call you made, so save all the armor. Don't get hit, don't lose that, and you can get head armor in the next round. You can get deagles, you can get SMGs, you can get utility.
Maybe they were cold and they've all gone to hide by the radiator that's right there in the hallway. And they're just trying to warm up.
I didn't think about that. That's probably it, Anders.
Yeah.
I think you found it.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. So, again, he actually, so they had one flashbang to clear the first corner going into Banana, and he saw that Robs, and he knew he falls back, and they have another one to clear the next corner. And if you're Robs in that moment, and this is by design, if there's nothing strange about this, it's just he's just hoping at that point he gets the instant headshot, because that will buy time for him to fall further back, for his team to get there. Then they probably do try and go for the retake, but, you know.
I mean, essentially what he's hoping for in that situation is instant headshot, because he has a chance to get a second kill.
Yeah.
And then, you know, then your teammates can go for it. You know, you really need Robs to deliver 2 frags in that situation, and unfortunately, the flashbang just prevents any of that from being useful. So here we are, head armor, which is going to be a pain in the butt for not only the MAC-10s, but the 2 Galils.
Yeah, you're right. Scout actually looked like if he could have stuck around, maybe that could have been something. The MAC-10, close range, don't even need the headshots.
Maybe it won't be a problem.
No, I mean, at range, right? Close range, you just keep shooting. Get the job done one day.
He's doing me dirty. Woxic and Rops to defend, and G2 taking this pretty slow and cautious. Complete control of mid, complete control of A halls.
Hiding inside of the smoke again, that's become such a popular trick, but Jax just wasn't expecting it. And I can't really even blame him. That's such a strange position to be hiding inside of a smoke. Woxic is very close with a scout, and that makes me really nervous. Yeah, they're going to be so close no matter what, and you kind of want to hit headshots here. I mean, just body tagging someone, I don't think it's going to make a big difference. The help of Robs still get the kill right there. He's set up for another one. Robs has gone down, and yeah, that's the end of Woxic. So, still, cool attempt, and they get a couple of kills. Carrigan and Frozen are running towards the site, and a good grenade being lobbed over. They have another one, could maybe set it up. Gonna maybe, he's just trying to see if he can triangulate that well enough. It does land a defeat of Nexa, but they still should not get that opportunity to snipe away with these deagles. And now they have a UMP, so now you maybe definitely want to save that for the next round.
Yeah, you can pass the deagle over. You still have head armor, you still have a kit and 2 smokes and 2 flashbangs. So save the weapons. Nice attempt, nice idea from mousesports. Actually, I think we'll start seeing, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more of those kinds of pistol rounds. Where there's going to be a few more people saved. It seems like such a economic decision that can turn around, that can make that second round even stronger in a lost pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you just look at the odds, I mean, I don't know if anyone's actually run the numbers, but when you're that far away,
it's not the exciting decision to make, but it does feel like it's one of those that probably gives you a high percentage chance of winning the second round.
Yeah, I agree. All right, this is kind of a cool play. I enjoy this. Rob's has been playing really well this series. I think Frozen kind of was off to a good start in the first half of this map, but otherwise I don't feel like we've been calling his name an enormous amount. And the problem is there's so many good players on the mousesports side that it's hard not to get outshined by somebody at some point in the game, but it would be fun to see him do well. Nexa actually turning for it, Carrigan trying to make the most of it.
Yeah, I feel like Frozen's name was called more in terms of the impact than any kind of crazy volume. Woxic, oh, give us the goods, baby. Give it to us.
Not getting it. We wanted that sound.
Ooh, that was good, though. That was quite nice. Almost another. 2 players inside of the site as well. Frozen's got a kill. Do they want to continue forward? They got to be careful. Maybe they don't know Chris J is here. I know it's only a USP, but that deagle can be really, really painful. Frozen down at 11 HP, waiting for them to commit, and they must not know Chris is here. Otherwise, they would probably fall back.
Yeah, I have to imagine so. But they're so slow about it, and that's kind of a good job there. Not getting too excited about anything. 13-5. G2 need just 3 rounds, and they'll put us on the map number 3. Surely
there's no comeback this time?
I was stop myself from saying that.
I'll finish it for you. That would be crazy. I don't know if mousesports has 2 in the bag ready to go.
I don't know if they do, but if that happens again, what can G2 do? What do you say at the press conference later? How do you explain it?
What do you say at dinner? That's a dinner where nobody talks.
Just don't even talk, yeah. Just stay quiet. Avoid the topic.
Slow pace from G2 to start on this first gun round on the T side. Rops and Woxic aggressive in alt mid or in rap side of mid. Frozen and Kerrigan falling back towards the spawn choke point of the B bomb site. mousesports is going to have a tough time with nades. Nice thing is they do have 4 smokes and a Molotov left, so if they can hold on to those a little bit longer, you can start using some delay tactics, but the lack of flashbangs is really going to hurt. Lack of nades. Good shot from Woxic.
Taking out Kenny, a fight that he's been wanting to win on this map for a little while, so yeah, that probably feels quite good. He could actually get this corner, and yeah, if he could stay in this position, he's sneaking all the way through, and Jax had that set up. I actually thought that was going to get way scarier, because I thought maybe Amanek was going to walk into the shot, because he already thought, you know, some part of the mid had been cleared out, or at least was slightly under control. But that brings it back 4-on-4. Robs and Chris with a crossfire between A and Pit over on that side, and Frozen and Kerrigan. So when you have this 4-on-4 and you choose to go 2A, 2B, that can be very, very hard to defend. A lot of teams will say we'll go 1B and 3A just to give ourselves a chance, but we'll see.
Well, here comes all that last final utility for the delay tactics. They did hold on to it long enough. That Molotov burning in lane. This is going to be brutal. 15 seconds on the clock. Jax.
Oh, God.
This is a long time they're delaying. 12 seconds. They have to go right now. This better work, and it better work perfectly. Robs is so blind, and the flashbang. I said it needed to be perfect. It was. Bomb being planted out, and Chris can't stop it. He's got to stay alive as long as possible, but Nexa has that as well.
We nearly got him killed. At least it would be a 2-on-2. No more grenades left finally on the G2 side, but they actually left that to the last second. Kerrigan with a M4A1 slowly tapping away. He's going to have to reload soon. He's waiting for that peek, and Nexus just infinitely patient inside of that pit. Now they're going to try and see if they can run on there inside of the bomb side as well. The last T player waiting, it's Amanek, and they actually make the round work. It doesn't get much closer than that. What a round from G2.
No, that's incredible poise to wait that long before pulling the trigger. And Rops ate every bit of that flashbang. That was so incredible, just right in his face. Even with the man advantage due to that pick. So 14-5 now, G2 with a massive lead. Now they are on the T side of Inferno, but they just keep resetting the economy. mousesports is not able to keep guns in their hands.
No, they're not. Woxic expressing some frustration. Maybe over that, or maybe just over the fact that they came off such a crazy win on Dust 2. And then into this, which is not looking like the same kind of comeback.
No, it really isn't.
No Zeus this time on the stairs.
It's a nice stack, though, in these halls. A chance here for mousesports to maybe grab 1 kill and a gun and get away. Jax gonna put an end to that real quick. So is Hunter. It's just Woxic, but now look, Kerrigan, he's going to push through the smoke at B. Nexa has that, not the follow-up. mousesports just running out of players at this point, but the Deagle started to chime in one more time.
5-7 here on Woxic.
Woxic was spotted. He doesn't even know it yet, but He's going to get a kill onto Jax. He goes down afterwards. Hunter did see him walk into Boiler. So 10 map points for G2.
Sounds eminently doable. Should be possible. Everything is turning in that direction. Even the economists can predict this, Jason. Even they know. 10 more rounds.
Even them.
Just if they can bring it back to overtime, then there's just something weird about today.
Yeah.
To forget about it and just say that was an anomaly.
Yeah, just forget about the. We'll just write the date down.
Yeah, say something weird, something about solar flares and just making gravity was working differently, something like that. 21st round and
kicking it off with the double op setup. Frozen at B bomb site with an op. Woxic obviously still on his wrap side towards the A bomb site. Kerrigan going to be playing with fire. They really want to get Frozen set up behind the car. Deep smoke is going to allow them some safety while the flames burn just a little bit longer.
Well, they get him all the way up on the wall finally. And that should allow them to sort of move Kerrigan back, which they're doing right now. And G2 have the bomb dropped, so I mean, they can try and take middle, but they won't obviously be running all the way into the bomb site, and they run into huge defense there. Robs and Chris now coming out. Hunter, he wants another one. Robs getting caught. Hunter, big double kill. He might finally go down as Kerrigan charges onto the site, but can he get the next one, too? Indeed he can. Very accurate with that M4A1. Nexa gets down, and another kill for Kerrigan there. Just a huge defense. They almost lost that round. But now it's Amanek. Again, the bottom is all the way up in the apps.
That's fine. He heard the scope. He wants to definitely take this op away. I think he knows where Frozen is. Yeah, he's gonna hunt him down. There it is again. Maybe a knife kill coming in. Nah, back's against the wall. Don't do it. Just take the. I got a little bit nervous as Frozen spins around. So the game is up. 20 seconds left. One more kill would be great, but Woxic picks him off. Now the nice thing about that though is he did take away the double op setup. He did take. Did make sure that can't come into the next round. So mousesports mentioned the efficiency of Kenny S only having to buy an AWP twice in the first half. Not a similar luxury here for mousesports.
No, you're right about that. Third map is Nuke. So if it comes down to it,
that's a spicy meatball.
I mean, think about how many sort of strange tactics and how deep even G2 towards the end of Dust 2 were throwing out some pretty cool strategies. On Nuke, the variations could get so crazy. Nexa, a lot of damage early on from grenades. But they kind of fall back. I guess Woxic and Kerrigan actually are sticking around.
They're going all 5.
Oh, wow.
To Banana. Look at the nade stack. They just threw 5 nades. It didn't do anything. Flashbang through it as well. Kerrigan is so blind. This could be it. This could be the knockout punch. Oh, they don't notice Kerrigan at first. He's only able to get 1. It looked like he could have gotten so much more. And Frozen has to be aggressive. He's definitely pinned forward now by the flames. He does burn. And this should be the map for G2. This should take us to Nuke.
It is looking very likely. Next, they're pushed up by the trees and up there. Yes, that's the problem. They want to try and check for it, but they can't. Kenny with the final couple of kills, and it's 16-6. A very, very cool performance out of G2. In spite of having surely knocked all of